Welcome to the Life and a Bookshelf podcast with Beck Mills. Here you will find convos, connection, and random musings all about this 30-something life. We talk lifelong learning, we talk books reading, mini book reviews, writing, all the way through to home and wellness hacks and making a positive impact with our time here on earth in our own lives, our families, and out in our wider community. I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. Holy heck, you guys. So this is something really fun and exciting that I wanted to show you that happened today. And I feel like in one way I want to keep it hidden and keep it to myself. Because I'm like, is it going to work out? What if it doesn't, work out, blah, 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 blah. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I really want to share this and, even look back on it one day and listen to this and the excitement. So today I started writing my first book, which is really, really exciting. And I didn't know today was going to be the day when I woke up. It's just how it kind of worked out today. So I want to share with you a little bit about, the lead up and what happened and like what kind of inspired me. So the last couple of days I have been watching the first part of a course. That's Leonie Dawson's 40 Days to a Finished Book. So I did have the intention there that I wanted to write a book. I just didn't know it would come out sort of so fast, which is really cool. So I woke up this morning to my alarm and it was pretty early. Sometimes when I wake up and I feel a little bit like, I don't know, a little bit like, I gotta get this done, that done. I try and do like a little 5-minute morning meditation thing. I just look it up on my Insight app. So I did that this morning. And then just today and yesterday, so for 2 days only, I have been writing 3 pages, just like brain dumping everything out in the morning, everything out of my brain, whether it was, I had a weird dream, or, how I was feeling, things that I've been thinking about. Just, it was something that I read in a book, which is Write for Life by Julia Cameron. It's been on my wish list for ages. Anyway, she suggests doing it. Get up, write 3 pages, just dump it all out of your brain. So I did that and then got up, saw the kitties, the puppy, and we pretty much are going for a walk with the dog like straight away because it's getting so effing hot here. I try and go by like 6:30 in the morning so we have enough time to get a walk in before the flies and it's too hot on his feet and all the things. So anyway, got up, got the dog ready for a walk, and I was like, "Kid, you want to come?" Yeah. Some days they do, some days they don't. They wanted to ride their bikes today. Awesome. So got up, got outside, started walking. Beautiful morning. It's like the coolest morning that we've had probably, gosh, I don't know, could be like in a month, maybe in a month. We were away for a couple of weeks, but it was so nice. Like, it wasn't warm at all. It was quite cool and so lovely. And it wasn't sunrise or anything like that, but it was super pretty. And, I found myself just asking myself, like, how can I help, and what book needs to be written, because I kind of had been thinking about it. I'd done a bit of a brain dump on and I think I had like 20 I'm just looking at the page now. I think I had like 25 topics on a page, sort of all in some ways interrelated, but separate. And I was kind of like, what's the most pressing, like what do I want to get out into the world right now? Because this has been on my writing books, kind of been on my heart for a really, really long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm over talking about it. We just need to put something out in the world and, how can I help right now? And just, continue on our walk, follow the boys. They rode their bikes up like quite a far distance and then came back and met me on the road, me and the puppy. And I we'll continue on a walk and we were almost home. And it was actually like across the road from my house, but maybe back like 10 meters or so. And I just like randomly looked up in a tree and I asked my husband this. I hardly ever look up. I don't know why. When I'm outside, I love sunrises, I love sunsets, trees and stuff like that. But I hardly ever look up just randomly. And I thought that was really weird. But what I saw was the coolest thing. And like, I don't know what you could call it, but I'm just calling it inspiration for now. Just randomly looked up and I saw the coolest thing. The tree that was above us had almost all of its large branches literally like shedding its bark. So it kind of looked like they kind of looked like bark flowers, and it almost looked like the branch was blooming out of the bark. It was just like the craziest thing. So if you can imagine like a flower, that the petals of it was the bark and then the branch was coming through it. It was insane. Like I have not seen it like that, and it's literally been outside my house for ever. And it's literally like shedding its bark. And I was like, oh my God, like the word shedding has come up a fair bit over the last couple of days. And like when I was doing that brain dump of like different book ideas and stuff, shedding, that word kept coming up. And that's the word that came to my mind instantly when I saw this bark flower. It was like really, really cool. And I was like, okay, is that a sign? Like I'll just like keep that in mind. So I came home, made breakfast, had coffee, blah, blah, blah. And sorry, there's just a little bug on my desk. Little flying insect, go away. Started like jotting ideas down in my, like I use Google Keep for my notes. And, it was just shedding. Like this word was just coming up. So I just like started down different notes and I guess you could call them headings now, or some sort of like outline, and a theme sort of started emerging. And it was all around like letting go and shedding and home stuff and like the environment and how it affects us mentally and physically, and sort of my journey with that over the last few years. And letting go and shedding has been a massive theme. Massive theme in the last few years for me personally, like I just said, and also our family, and especially within our home, in terms of decluttering, in terms of surrounding ourselves with an environment that feels calm and joyous and not stressful. So big theme. So I just went with it. I like just kept jotting down points, point after point after point, and just kind of like vomited words into this Google Keep document. And then it notified me and it said it would be turned into a Google Doc. Like not enough space left in this note. So there's obviously a word count for Google Keep notes, which I didn't know until today. Said it would be turned into a Google Doc, and I was like, sweet, no worries. So I just opened that up on my phone and kept going. And before I knew it, it had been like an hour and a half. Now, mind you, my kids were having breakfast, and then they watched some ABC, which is like a TV channel here, if you don't know. And before I knew it, it had been an hour and a half. And time absolutely flew. And the crazy thing is, like, I wasn't even like thinking of work or anything. Moly, like, but yeah, I wasn't even like thinking about it. And just out of curiosity, just on Google Docs, I just looked in under tools, I think it is, I didn't even know. I found it. It was 4,000 words. And I was like, what? So I just wanted to share that I'm still a little bit in shock. I'm still slightly in shock about this morning, and it's now this afternoon, same day. And I really want to just share this journey and like what has been coming up in the process. Literally like started a couple of days ago, and this is today. And it's not anything except that I do want to look back on this time and be like, oh, that was so cool. But I also want to, I guess, share with you and like normalize the process, and like in And I'm sure as we go through and I write this thing, it's not going to be butterflies and rainbows and sunshine and all that good stuff like it was today. And I know that, and I want to share that as well. But just this start of the journey, I could not keep it to myself. Like I said, in one frame of mind, I did want to, because I'm like, what if I, for some reason, don't end up finishing the book and I'm a failure and blah, blah, blah. And that I want to share with you as well, because all those feelings are still coming up. But I think what I did was I almost in some ways gave myself permission to just, today I was kind of like, how can I help? Like, what is the book that, needs to be written? What needs to come through? How can I serve today? And I almost just like opened I don't know what it is, my channels, my brain, don't know. And that's what happened. So there you go. Just a quickie today. Wanted to share the start of that journey. I'm so excited. I've been excited all day. The kids are like, oh my God, Mum, what are you doing? Like we're halfway through packing away Christmas stuff, and I'm like, blah, 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 writing away. So yeah, now I sort of want to really solidify a bit of a routine around it, and not just leave it up to inspiration, because I know that motivation is fleeting, and inspiration can be rare sometimes. So I want to like get a routine around it and see what I can achieve in this next 40 days. And I'm looking forward to sharing the ins and outs and the progress with you. I'd love to hear from you if you feel like there may be a book inside you as well that wants to be written one day. And I'd love to hear if that's one of your things that you've got on your heart, or if not, I'd love to hear your thoughts anyway about how you're enjoying the podcast. You can DM me over on Instagram at Life and a Bookshelf Podcast, all one word, all lowercase, and we can chat over there. I'm also going to be sharing a couple of book reviews coming up soon, which is exciting. Had a bit of a delivery, and also had an op shop trip the other day and found a couple of new books. So excited to share those with you. I'm nearly finished 2 of them, so I'll just do, like I have done in previous episodes, just like a mini review, minus spoilers, because I know like most people don't like spoilers. Most of the books I read are non-fiction for sure, but I have been trying to add in a few fiction just to broaden my horizons and try something different, and just see how it feels. So look out for those coming up. I'm excited to be here with you and connect with you here. I cannot wait to hear from you, and I'll talk to you really soon. Bye. So that's all for today. Make sure you click that follow button on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. I thank you so much for taking the time to listen in today. Appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. You absolutely deserve it. Talk soon.